Hey folks, another build log here for the Bandai 172 scale tie interceptor kit. Now let me tell you, if you are new to scale modelling and you want to do a quick build that's going to look great, I cannot recommend anything more highly enough than the X-Wing kits. They are really easy and simple to build, primarily because for the most part they consist of two colours. So you've only got to really deal with painting the two colours. And then the cockpit can be a little bit more work, but depending on how into this you are and what level of quality you want, the cockpit may take you a little bit more time, as it did with the first order tie that I did here, which I'll talk about in a minute, because these two are kind of cut from the same cloth to a certain extent. The thing with the cockpits is all the work you'll do in the cockpits will be barely visible, as I talked about in the build log video I did for the first order tie. But I mean, the great thing about these is because they are just the two colours, you can just focus on those two colours, put them together, and they're done. So it's a very quick build. So I mean, I talked about this. It's very similar to the tie interceptor build. Sorry, the first order tie build I did here. So with this one, you know, the fins, the parts of the wings are grey. The skeleton, if you like, of the tie is black. So grey paint on that, black paint on that. I weathered it with a kind of oil metal paint, which I think looks great. I did a hell of a lot of work with the cockpit. If I just bring the lamp over here and kind of shine it in there, maybe you can see some of that. But you know, it's even hard to pick out with a lamp on it. But for this one, I mean, this has got a similar cockpit, which is all in pieces at the moment. There's our little pilot sat on his chair. That's not glued. I just put those together to see how it fits, but I'll probably paint this properly. And then that'll go in this internal cockpit kind of build, and then the outside of the tie goes on that, and you get the, I guess, body of the tie. So this is the Interceptor. It's not the sort of classic hexagonal wings of the normal ties. It's got these sort of piercing wings, which look absolutely phenomenal. Like, if I just grab the central piece, just half of it, I'll just slot this together so you can kind of get an idea for what this is going to look like when it's finished. Grab the other half, put that there. I mean, it's so impressive. It looks kind of menacing, and yeah, I really like this. This is going to look fantastic in photos, all these angles. It's going to look great. So for this, kind of the opposite build to the first order tie, fin pieces are black. I just sprayed those with a black primer. That's all I'm going to do to them. And then all these sort of skeleton pieces of the wings, they're actually all separate. So there's like a L-shaped piece there that's separate. This strut was separate. Then this central piece is one half, and then the same on the other half. So you get black fins, put them in that, clamp it together, and then you put these external struts on, and finally put the guns on the end. A little bit fiddly. A little bit of a problem in there's sort of little gaps that probably need sealing, but I think I'm gonna maybe weather around these. We'll see. Certainly maybe that one there is a bit obvious. But with these grey pieces, I prime them black, and then I sprayed over the top of them with a grey primer. And I mean, that grey primer is, to me, it's dead on. I put like a drop of blue in it. I didn't want to go kind of full blue like some of these TIE fighters have. I mean, this one's bluer on the artwork here, on the instructions. I'm not too fussed about that kind of thing, because for me, it will probably end up looking bluer in photographs when I shift the colours around in Photoshop. So I figured, let's go with grey, keep it light, it'll have more contrast in photographs, and then I can mess around with the colours, you know, when I take photos of these and have them in Photoshop. And by doing the black undercoat and then the grey on top, you get more detail in the shadows. So it's like weathering. It's like doing a wash without having to do it. I'd even go as far as to say I might not even do a pin wash or a oil wash on these. I'm actually pretty happy with the sort of depth of these already. So main thing left to do with this is do the cockpit, get the paint on the pilot and the different parts of those, slap it all together. Very, very few decals for this, all the stickers there, and then it can all be glued together, sealed and weathered. So it's a very, very simple build. Obviously they do kits for the TIE bomber, the normal TIE fighter, which I am very, very keen to get, to have the lot. And yeah, it's a great little kit. As you can see, it comes out looking great with very, very little work. So if you're new to this and you want a good one to get started with, I'd highly recommend this or the First Order TIE, which you know, is as easy as that one was. And yeah, highly recommend this. So that's it for this one. We'll come back with another video when I've done the cockpit. I'll show you that, which I didn't show you for the First Order one, and then we'll show you another one when it's all finished and weathered. So there we go, that's the TIE Interceptor. See you in the next video. Head to Toyshooter.com to join our newsletter and get my free guide to toy photography. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel on YouTube using the link below. When you subscribe, look for this option to be notified whenever we upload new tutorials. Otherwise, videos will probably get lost in your feed here on YouTube. To see my work on Instagram, you can follow our account at instagram.com/WeShootToys, where you'll also find some exclusive behind-the-scenes videos. You can also get regular news and updates from our Facebook page at facebook.com/Toyshooter. As with YouTube, you can get notified whenever I upload news or photos by clicking on that like button arrow, then selecting all notifications. You can always change this later if I'm posting more cool stuff than you can handle. Here are all those links again. See you next time.